Marsaskala, discovering the treasures in our village. An eTwinning project by St. Thomas More College, Marsaskala Primary School. Marsaskala is a small village in the southeast of Malta with about 4,000 inhabitants. The name Marsaskala comes from Marsa, which means harbor, and Slok, which means southeast. In the area known as Tassilj, remains of megalithic temples from the Neolithic period, dating back to circa 3100 to 2500 BC were found. On the same site, remains from the Phoenicians, Carthaginians, and Romans were also found. In 1610, the Knights of Malta built Fort San Lucian to protect Marsaskala Harbour from sea attacks. Today, it has become the Malta Aquaculture Research Center and is used to study and breed fish, which are later taken to fish farms in the nearby sea. Marsaskala is mostly known as the fishing village, since most of its trade is related to fishing. It has the largest number of registered fishing boats and registered fishermen on the island. The promenade of Marsaskala Harbour is called Chat Saida, meaning Fisherman's Bay. Here there are always fishermen preparing their nets, fixing their boats, preparing to set sail, or unloading their catch. The Lutzo is the most common typical Maltese fishing boat. It is brightly painted in shades of yellow, red, green, and blue, and the bow is normally pointed with a pair of eyes. These eyes come from the ancient Phoenician custom called Eye of Osiris and is said to protect the fishermen from the sea. Along the promenade, you also find restaurant tables and chairs for tourists and the visitors to enjoy the fresh air and the beautiful view of the port whilst having lunch or dinner. Along the promenade, there is always a fish open market, along with other food products produced by the local villagers. On Sundays, this open market is extended, with many other hawkers selling from tourist souvenirs to clothes and shoes. In the middle of the promenade, exactly on the spot where once there was a big rectangular basin where people used to wash their clothes, today is the Fisherman's Monument, with a statue of a fisherman coming back from sea with his catch, and a little boy going to sea with his cat to play with his fishing boat. This monument represents the life of fishermen. The main village square is at the heart of the promenade. It is enclosed with old, classic buildings used by residents or as restaurants. In the middle there is a parish church of Marsaskala, and at one end a statue of Saint Andrew, the patron saint of fishermen. This Roman Catholic sanctuary was built in 1890. The Baroque facade consists of a large archway as the main entrance to the church and twin bell towers at the top. The interior is highly decorated in Baroque style with frescoes on walls and dome. It is dedicated to Our Lady of Pompeii. A very interesting characteristic of the village of Marsaskala is the numerous niche
found in corners along the streets. These niches are adorned with statues of different religious figures.